What's up, everybody? Hope you guys are enjoying your wonderful day, and this will be another weather forecast here on Winter Storm Nathaniel. So, of course, now we're going to start showing the HRRR NAM model as we are very, very close from this major winter storm here that can very well bring in extremely heavy snow all the way from areas like the Central Plains all the way as far east as the New England region. So we're talking millions and millions of people to get impacted by extremely heavy snow, and as well an additional few million to get extremely dangerous icy conditions, whether it's in the mid-Atlantic or if it's in the Ohio Valley. As well, this will bring in extreme severe weather and damaging flooding for portions of the southeast. So we're adding an additional 30 million people that can get affected by the rain by Nathaniel's low pressure. So we're really in general talking about a lot of the United States to get impacted by Nathaniel, whether you're in the plains or the eastern United States. And we'll be talking about the location, who can get hit the worst, the timing, accumulation for snow and rain, all that throughout this video here. So be sure to stay tuned and watch all the way up to the end if you want to get all the information. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe if you guys want to get daily content like this, whether from the tropics, winter, seasonal, monthly forecast, all that will be on my channel at some point here as well. If you have any questions, be sure to put them in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer them, as I do get a lot of comments per video, so I will do my best. If I don't get to your comment, it is nothing personal. But here's now at the National Weather Service here and what they actually predict and what they've issued for the past few hours here. So now we have winter storm warnings that have been issued earlier this morning here by the National Weather Service here in Omaha. We have a few winter storm warnings now across the areas like southern Iowa, much of northern Missouri, as well as northern Kansas and southeastern Nebraska, and that's where we see over a foot of snow for some of these areas here, and as well as some gusty winds. We're not talking blizzard conditions, however, we will be talking some whiteout conditions for some few minutes when we get a strong gusty. But we're talking 3 to 4 inches per hour in some of these areas here, because that's where that strongest low pressure will be at the time, leading up to heavier precipitation. So we're talking very heavy snow. As well, winter watches that have now been issued all the way up to areas like Chicago here. So that's something very, very interesting here, as well up to north central Illinois, eastern Iowa, all the way to areas as well in central Nebraska. So we're talking a lot of people to get some very, very heavy snow from this system here. And as well, we have a few winter weather advisories across portions of southwestern and western Kansas. So we're talking a lot of people in the plains and Midwest to get affected between Monday and mainly Tuesday morning. And then now talking to the eastern United States, we have a few winter storm watches now for portions of the mid-Atlantic there for Pennsylvania, Maryland, and even portions of the Virginia. So we're also talking about not just the Midwest to get affected, but as well as the eastern United States. So now we're going to be taking a look now at actually the HRRR here for the next 48 hours here. So let's go ahead and let's go see what we're going to start seeing really the next 30-ish hours is when we'll start to see that very, very heavy snow developing in portions of the plains here. So there you see Kansas City, going to start seeing a dangerous mix there of ice and sleet. So it may bring in some slight issues. However, I doubt it'll cause anything major. However, the things that will cause major conditions and dangerous conditions will be just to the north. There's like, of course, Omaha, Lincoln, as well in Des Moines. We're going to be talking very heavy snow just outside of Kansas City there. And that's going to possibly maybe lead to some snow showers across Columbus there. However, it really won't accumulate. You guys will be above freezing according to the GFS and the European, but extremely heavy snow, potential whiteout conditions sometimes in these areas for like Des Moines, much of eastern Nebraska, and far northwestern Missouri, like St. Joseph, Des Moines, Iowa City, and Omaha. So definitely have to watch out for something here. It's going to be very dangerous. I would recommend not to go traveling. It really won't be the smartest decision because that snow will be very heavy, and this snow will arrive in Chicago by tomorrow evening here. So extremely heavy snow across portions like Chicago there into now Monday evening here, as well extremely heavy snow across continuing to tomorrow evening for areas like Des Moines and upper Missouri, and then you see those few snow showers across Ohio, because we're going to be seeing that very widespread cold there as we get into Tuesday morning. Early Tuesday morning around 1 to 2 a.m., that snow continues to pound on Chicago. It continues now to move eastward into areas like Indiana and as far southwestern Michigan. But that snow is still stretching from Nebraska up to Michigan. So Davenport, as well as areas like Rockford. You guys as well may get some snow in Milwaukee. You may get lucky if you get a few flurries here. You guys are just going to miss out. Maybe an inch if you're in Milwaukee, if you're lucky. However, models get this just stopping right at the Illinois border. So now that we check the HRRR, we're going to be talking now at the NAM 3 kilometer, because the NAM 3 kilometer goes 60 hours out. So we're going to be seeing the whole storm, because the HRRR only goes 48 hours out on the 0Z here. But there you see that extremely heavy snow, of course, stretching from the plains there, Nebraska, Kansas, all the way to Illinois. So again, going to be quite heavy because that low pressure will be very, very strong here, up to the mid 990 millibars. So we're talking quite a strong low pressure here. So that's going to lead to some very heavy precipitation, whether it's rain, snow, or ice here. But there you see, leading up into now Monday evening-ish, around dusk, that snow continues to now leave mostly Kansas and entering Iowa, Illinois, and starting to get into areas like Omaha. It's going to start really coming down in those areas. And then as we get now into Tuesday morning, that snow should really diminish in Nebraska. It really will diminish in Missouri and Kansas. Maybe a few flurries and snow showers for Kansas City, St. Joseph. We're always going to see some snow after this low pressure moves out, because that cold air is still going to allow for any remaining moisture to become snow. But mainly that system, of course, will be in Illinois and the Great Lakes here. So here's looking now at the Great Lakes here. Of course, it's 36 hours out. There you see that heavy snow now leading all the way up to Tuesday morning. Here's when that snow starts to arrive according to the NAM 3 kilometer for areas like Rockford, that Davenport. You guys getting really heavy snow, Iowa City, and then a few areas like a few sleet showers across Ohio and Indiana, because you guys will be seeing around 33, 34 degrees there. And if you're near Cleveland, Toledo, you may see some snow because you guys will reach below freezing here, just not for Columbus or Dayton or anything like that near Cincinnati. As well, there you see that snow on the back side of all this junction going on the eastern United States here. So that's where that main low pressure is, right here around Missouri, Iowa border there, and you can kind of tell because that's where the heaviest precipitation is. And then you're going to start seeing those few thunderstorms developing as this goes into now Tuesday. You're going to start seeing a lot of thunderstorms developing across the mid-Atlantic. And there you see that snow now arriving in Detroit. By Tuesday, you start seeing the snow showers developing in the northeast and mid-Atlantic. And there you see that snow by Tuesday. In the next 53 hours, that snow is going to start becoming a threat in New York City there. But really, again, the NAM 3 kilometer isn't showing too much of a threat for New York City, of course. The main threat, according to the HRRR NAM, is, of course, the Midwest there. Look at what the HRRR has. They have up to maybe 1 to 2 inches there for Kansas City, so that's obviously something to keep in mind. But look, just north of Kansas City, just the north, we may get up to 10 to 14 inches of snowfall. So this is showing you how this low pressure will affect this snowstorm, because look, right where that freezing line is where that low pressure's track will be. So if you're just north of that low pressure, you're going to be seeing extremely heavy snow. If you're right on that low pressure track, like Kansas City, like St. Joseph, you guys are going to mainly see rain, maybe some sleet, and maybe a few snow showers on the back side of that system here. But if you're right north of that low pressure, like Des Moines, like Omaha, that's where we see the bullseye. And that's exactly why Chicago get a ton of snow here. If you're wondering why it only shows an inch for Chicago, it's because this is the HRRR and it only goes 48 hours out. So obviously it doesn't get to Chicago yet, mainly. But look at that. Des Moines, 9 to 10 inches of snowfall here, according to the HRRR. Upper Missouri, near the border of Iowa, is showing up to 14 plus inches there. Areas like Nebraska City, Lincoln, you guys will be seeing some very similar totals, around 9 to anywhere from 14 inches of snowfall there. As well, the same goes for upper Kansas there. But as far as 48 hours out, the HRRR favors up to half foot of snow across the border with Illinois and Iowa. And here's a look now at the actual NAM 3 kilometer. This is the one we can actually look at because it goes 60 hours out. There you see, they show over 1.5 feet of snow across upper Kansas as well as southeastern Nebraska. But as you move more eastward, the totals will start to gradually decrease because the low pressure will weaken strength-wise, so the precipitation rate will calm down. But look at that. Kansas City has actually increased for snowfall according to the NAM, getting it to 3 to 5 inches. However, the NAM isn't the most reliable when it comes to snowfall here or anything else other than severe weather. But there you see, Dodge City, even southwestern Kansas may see some snow all the way up to areas like New York City there. But there you see, around half foot there for Iowa and the Missouri border, and it's going to gradually decrease as it goes into the Midwest. There, let me actually move my. There we go. So the funny thing is about Chicago, you guys may actually get the most snow that any part of Illinois may get, and that's really unusual. I mean, look at that. Right where Chicago is, you get up to 8 inches of snowfall. However, just outside Chicago, like Rockford, Aurora, areas like maybe even Washington, Illinois, you guys are getting only maybe 4 to 6 inches, but just right where Chicago is off Lake Michigan, up to 8 inches. So this could be a very rare, favorable storm for Chicago, because usually somehow Chicago can just miss out on the heaviest snow and get nothing. But in this case, the opposite is going to happen. Chicago will get the most snow here. And then, of course, Detroit, you guys have gradually decreased. Only 1 to 2 inches of snowfall according to the NAM. And that's going to be showing as well up to a few inches there for Toledo, Upper Indiana. And so far, the NAM has around a few inches there. DC may get 1 to 2 inches of snowfall there. Other than the Appalachians across Pennsylvania and West Virginia, we may see a few inches there, like State College. Philadelphia, you guys may see a trace or so. Same thing with New York City. Let me actually move that way. New York City, a trace or something like that. Not going to be too shabby. Of course, the worst of it will be for the Midwest. But hope you guys enjoyed this rather short video. I will have a more detailed video out hopefully later this evening or afternoon. The thing is, I'm going to be watching a lot of football throughout today. So I should have a second upload, but it's not guaranteed. But hope you guys enjoyed the video, and bye, guys.